Good morning and welcome from myself to all of you as School of Education personnel. Today is Thursday, August 6th. Time is approaching when the fall semester will resume. I know most of you are out, faculty are out and not on contract right now, and I hope you're getting some rest and maybe a few vacation days in a safe environment prior to the beginning of the fall term. I wanted to give a brief video with a few bits of information that may help you in your final preparation as you go down the runway ready to launch for the fall semester. First of all, as you're aware, faculty are due back for duty on August 13th. That's an important date. The second date I want to mention to you is Monday, August 17th. On Monday the 17th at 8 a.m., the mandatory President's Convocation for all JSU employees will be held in the stadium, requiring mask and physical distancing. That's 8 a.m. on Monday, the 17th of August. And then at 10 a.m., we will have our annual School of Education opening convocation on Teams in a virtual environment. You will be sent an invitation to that meeting a little bit later or prior to the 17th. And then, of course, August 18th is the first day of class. So I hope you have those dates firmly entrenched in your memory right now. Item number 2, the fall reopening plan for the university has been posted on the JSU COVID website. I've also included a link to it in this email distribution. It is a comprehensive plan. Some of it probably will have very little interest to you, but I want you to pay attention particularly to the sections regarding academic affairs, classroom cleaning, all of those sorts of things that will directly impact you. And it is a very good document, and I hope you will pay close attention to it. I particularly want to refer you to the page you'll find on creating a web-enhanced class. There's a checklist of about 6 or 7 items that are recommended for you required actually for you, every faculty member, to place in their Canvas shell for every class. Nothing that you would find out of the ordinary. Syllabus, assignments, communications, schedules, so forth. Pay close attention to that and make sure that your courses are web enhanced through the use of Canvas. Also, I would like to encourage you to take a look at the attachment in this email, which is a sample schedule card. I've used myself as an example as if I were a faculty member beginning in the fall. And this is the schedule card that you place on your doors outside your office and are required for all faculty. And perhaps you also turn one in to your departmental secretary, and I hope you will do that. In particular, I want to mention 2 things. Number 1, faculty in the School of Education will not be required to hold on-campus office hours during the fall semester. I repeat that. Faculty in the School of Education will not be required to hold specific office hours on campus during the fall semester. You will be required to hold virtual office hours. And at the bottom of the attachment, that schedule card, you will find a sample communications policy or communications information. I hope each of you will provide that information both on the schedule card and in your syllabi for your students. For example, I think this one says The primary means of communication with Dr. Turner will be through the JSU Gym email system. I will be checking my email in the morning and in the evening every day, except on weekends. And so that teaches students when they can expect you to respond to their emails, and it will train them to look at their email at a certain time of the day. And I hope you will put some communication strategy like that on your schedule card and in your syllabus. Also, many of you provide your cell phone numbers to your students. You can also say, you may call my cell phone in the event of an emergency at BR549, and then I always used to say, please do not call after 9 p.m. So a communication strategy that you clearly make known to your students and then hold to those. I would suggest that you plan at least 10 virtual office hours per week and post them just like you would if you were doing office hours on campus. If you want to provide office hours on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., that's fine, from 9 a.m. to noon, whatever you want to do. But put the virtual office hours that you plan to be available to your students on that course schedule and in your syllabus. If you have any other questions about that, please consult with your department head. Now let me say quickly, faculty, you're welcome to come to campus and to your office anytime you would like to. Certainly we would love to see you, and you have access to your own assigned office. It is yours to use. You can come anytime you would like to, but there are no required office hours on campus this fall. Some departments or some programs may have in-person meetings. That is permissible. Meetings of an adequate number of people, and social distance or physical distance and wearing masks, those are permitted. We have classroom space that will enable you to meet with 12, 15, even up to 22 people downstairs. So you can feel free to have meetings in your department or in your program face-to-face if you wish to do so. My meetings with department heads and faculty or others will primarily be conducted on Teams this fall. So I would predict that most of your meetings are going to be virtual. I want you to know regarding virtual meetings that our CAPE visit scheduled for November will be an all-virtual visit. This is an extremely important accreditation visit, as you know. CAPE has recently announced that they will only be doing virtual site visits this fall. Ours is scheduled for November. Most of you will have responsibilities to be involved in that in a virtual environment in some way. Dr. Babanese is heading that up, and she will, of course, be contacting you as well as our students and external partners for their participation as appropriate. I want you to know that. I have provided, as I've said, a link to the university reopening plan, which is very comprehensive. It includes the requirement about masks and how you can deal with that in your classroom with students who may or may not have a mask or may not want to wear a mask. And there are specific actions to take regardless of that. I want you to know that finally your classrooms are being prepared for occupation. We have maximum capacities established for every classroom, and you will be using the tables that are in your room, but probably with only one person per table. We will also have ordered a number of desks, individual student desks, very expensive, very nice desks. The university administration has provided $30,000 plus for us to add those desks that will enable us to put the maximum number of people into the classroom and still maintain distancing without placing more than one person at each table. Those may not be here on time for the beginning of class on the 18th, but we expect them to be here anytime, and the company that will ship them will also be responsible for putting them in the rooms where they are going to be placed. Until that time, make sure students physical distance with the use of one person per table, and then chairs, and they'll have to hold their laptop or their their pad and pen in their lap, I suppose, until those desks arrive. A little bit of inconvenience, but not something anyone is unfamiliar with. This has been a very busy summer. It continues to be busy. Enrollment is excellent in the School of Education. We're at least equal to and probably above where we were last fall. That's a credit to you as advisors, faculty members, department heads, staff who have done yeoman's work all summer long in contacting students and providing assistance to them, both in the admissions process and in the advisement for continuing students. These are going to be challenging days this fall. We are flexible, we're fluid, we're agile, we're going to be able to move in whatever direction we are able to move or have to move to respond to changing circumstances as they transpire. Finally, faculty and staff are not required to have a COVID test prior to your return to campus. Students are required to have the test, but faculty and staff are not. We will be tested on a random basis from time to time. Some may never be, and others will be, as a part of our ongoing trend analysis here at the university. Don't worry about any of that unless you're notified that you need to report for a test. So thank you all. I look forward to seeing you in just about 10 days or so. And if you have any questions, my door is open. My email is blowing up, and you're welcome to add to that anytime I can be of assistance to you. Thank you so much for taking time to view this video. Have a great week.